This podcast is sponsored by BuyBiz.io. Discover premium AI-driven online businesses for sale, perfect for standalone growth or seamless integration. Explore now at BuyBiz.io to kickstart your digital success.
How to determine a business reputation. Tips for smart decisions. Learn how to assess a business's reputation effectively with easy tips and discover trusted AI-based companies for sale at Archieboy Holdings. How to determine a business reputation. What you really need to know. Hey there! I was chatting with a friend the other day about how tricky it can be to figure out if a business is actually reputable or not. You know, especially these days, with so many businesses popping up online and on-demand services, it's not always obvious what to trust. So, I thought I'd share some casual but important tips on determining a business's reputation, the kind of advice I'd give a friend over coffee. First off, why does reputation even matter? Well, whether you're thinking about buying a product, hiring a service, or even purchasing a business, yes, you can buy businesses. Knowing if you're dealing with a company that is reliable, trustworthy, and well-regarded can save you a headache or a huge financial loss. Look beyond just reviews. Most people immediately jump to online reviews. And sure, reviews are a helpful piece of the puzzle, but they don't tell the whole story. One or two bad reviews on Yelp or Google might just be from unhappy customers who had a bad day, or even competitors trying to throw shade. So what can you do? Here's what I suggest. Check multiple platforms. Don't rely on only one review site. Look at Google, Yelp, Better Business Bureau, BBB, Trustpilot, and industry-specific forums if there are any. Look for patterns. Are there repeated complaints about the same issue? That's a red flag. But if the complaints are random and sporadic, it might be just isolated incidents. Consider volume and recency. A business with thousands of recent positive reviews generally carries more weight than one with just a handful from years ago. Research the business history. Reputation isn't just about what people say, it's also about the track record. Has the business been around for a long time? Longevity alone isn't everything, but businesses that have hung in there tend to know what they're doing. If you're looking at a company's history, try these tips. Look up their business registrations. Sites like your state's Secretary of State page can show you when a company was incorporated and if they're in good standing. Search news archives. Has the company been involved in scandals, lawsuits, or recalls? Or have they been publicly praised or awarded in their industry? Check social media engagement. How does the company interact with its followers or customers? Are they responsive and professional? Word of mouth and personal recommendations. We might be in a digital age, but never underestimate the power of talking to people. If you know anyone who has actually used the business's products or services, get their honest take. Personal experiences often paint a clearer picture than anything online. Sometimes, people shy away from asking directly, but just a quick message or call to someone in your network can uncover some very real insights. The importance of transparency and professionalism. Reputable businesses don't hide behind vague policies or complicated terms of service. They're upfront about their return policies, pricing, and contact information. They offer clear ways to communicate and resolve issues. So, if you find yourself dealing with a business that's overly secretive, hard to reach, or unclear about what they're offering, tap the brakes. Considering business opportunities? Here's a pro tip. Now, if you're interested in something a bit more exciting, like buying an AI-based business, reputation checks are even more crucial. That's why platforms like Archieboy Holdings' AI-based businesses for sale are so useful. They list vetted businesses that have undergone screening for trustworthiness and performance. These AI-based companies represent a new wave in business: smart automation, scalable growth, and innovative tech. But you still want to be sure you're buying something with a solid reputation. Explore our listings today. Whether you're curious about starting your own venture or investing, the listings at buybiz.io provide detailed information on reputable businesses that are ready to go. It's your shortcut to smarter business decisions. Wrapping it up. So to sum it all up, don't judge a business by one single source. Check multiple reviews and platforms. Research the company's history and public presence. Ask around for personal recommendations. Look for transparency and responsiveness as signs of a trustworthy business. If you're looking to buy, especially AI-based businesses, use trusted marketplaces like Archieboy Holdings listings on buybiz.io. Figuring out a business's reputation isn't rocket science, but it takes a little patience and smart research. Next time you're considering a company, keep these tips in mind. It'll save you from a lot of trouble and maybe even open some interesting opportunities. Thanks for listening, and if you're curious about those AI-based business listings I mentioned, don't hesitate to check them out. Making informed decisions is half the battle when it comes to business and investment. All right, catch you next time.